Sahana vavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Lord protect us. May He nourish us. May we acquire the capacity to study and understand the scriptures. May our study be brilliant, and may we not cavil at each other. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sairam to all of you. We welcome all of you for the satsang of Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center of Arcadia. So I think you know, just it is as well we are doing the Gita Vahini, Swami's commentary on Bhagavad Gita. So I thought as well we can integrate that with Buddha Poornima. You know, Buddha Poornima was celebrated when? This month? May 5th. May 5th was the Vaishaka Poornima. So that is the day. But today we are celebrating here and 20th in the Sai Premanalayam. So any day we think about the great master, his life, his message, that becomes his birthday. And it's also for people who don't know, this is a thrice blessed day. How is it thrice blessed? Yeah. The Buddhists should not answer that. Others, we need them to know. This is the day he was born in Lumbini. This is the day he got enlightenment in Bodh Gaya. And this is the day he left his body in Kushinara, that's near Kashi. That is where it is called thrice blessed day. It is the same day he did that. So this is very like Jesus is son of a Jewish carpenter, but he started new thing after him became Christianity. Same thing, Lord Buddha is a Hindu prince. So he started this, after him came the Buddhism. So it is nice, we talked about the Bhagavad Gita the last few months. Here the main points I want to connect how the Lord Buddha life exemplifies. Because even though he was Hindu prince exposed, knowledgeable in the Hindu scriptures, because he was not exposed to the facts of life. So in Lord Krishna says in Gita, first for a spiritual seeker, one of the qualification is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. Really a spiritual seeker to think about birth, old age, sickness and death, because we don't want to face the reality. Always people think we are ever young and ever healthy, never get old and die. So this Lord Buddha, being a Hindu prince, he went out and he faced these three facts of life. He saw somebody who was an old man with a stick and bent over, and then he saw somebody who was very ill, in pain, and then he saw some body being carried away, a dead body. He never knew that there is something like that exists, old age, sickness, and death. So then finally he saw a beautiful scene of a young renunciate, a monk who was very much in bliss. He was radiating light and joy. Then he wanted to find out why that man is so happy, what is the secret. So first he had the face the fact of life. This applies to us too. So we need to think about, Swami says always think about, not that be pessimistic, hey, this is going to be, one day we are going to get old, we'll get sick, and we'll die. There's a fact for everybody. Even avatars. Buddha came and gone, Rama came and gone, Shri Baba came, the body. They didn't go, but their body has gone, Swami thing. So he went in search. So right away he got intense dispassion, vairagya. That's the next thing. Lord Krishna says, Abhyase tu kaunteya vairagyati grihyate. So if you want to have spirituals, you face the fact, you need to have that intense dispassion. And what did Lord Buddha do? In the middle of night, without telling anybody, he renounced the kingdom and he renounced that beautiful family and he went in search of truth. Say, when you have that intense dispassion, the sign Swami says, how we have devotion is intense longing. It should not be lukewarm. It should have burning thing for knowing the truth. So that he had. So then he went in search of the truth and he practiced these Vedic rituals, practices, austerities. There itself again Krishna says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyam Bhava Arjuna. These Vedas are good, but they are on the realm of Maya in three gunas. You should go beyond the gunas. So he practiced these austerities to such an extent he has become emaciated skin and bones. Then he realized that is not the way. Sense indulgence is bad and self-mortification is also bad. So he found the middle path. So it says middle path is the best. So what did Lord Krishna say about middle path? Anybody says? Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. To get rid of the sorrow, yoga, the best thing is you need to have moderation in food. So we can't say so much eating that we can't breathe. It is up to here. So middle path, moderation in food, moderation in recreation, moderation in habits, moderation in sleep. So you can't sleep too much, you can't be awake all the time. So middle path, so he found. Then when he practiced that, his mind became more clear. So he got the self-inquiry. Then the truth flashed before him. Then he gave the greatest four noble truth to the whole world. What is that? First noble truth is, we forget, we all see every day. First he says, life is temporary and suffering. That is Lord Krishna, what did he say? Two places he said, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajaswamam. Oh Arjuna, which is for all of us, Anityam, this is temporary, asukham, that is full of pain. And another place he says is beautiful, Dukkhalayam ashashwatam. Alayam means temple, Alayam means like a house. Dukkhalayam, this is house of sorrow. This thing, we think it is all fun and joy. No, lot of time, pleasure is interval between two pains. So Dukkhalayam ashashwatam, temple. Two places says this world is temporary and full of pain. So Lord Buddha said the first thing is full of pain and suffering. Why do we have full of pain and suffering? You need to find out why have we that. So he found the reason is tanha, that means desire. And what did Lord Krishna say? We talked about it just in chapter 2. Whole sequence, dhyayato vishayan, pumsat sangastanjayate kamaha, kamat krodo vijayate, krodat bhavati sammohat. So first is because you look at sense object, you want to desire to have them. Once you have the desire to have them, if you don't get them happen, you'll get upset, you get angry. So once you get it, you get greedy, you want to have more. So then you get attachment to these various objects. Once you get moha, attachment, your judgment goes away. Once your judgment goes away, that is the end of your going on the right path. So same thing, Lord Buddha, all these are Vedic truths, but he practiced them. So first he realized this is temporary, full of old age, sickness, and death. Then he says, let us have renunciation. Then he went in search of the truth and practiced middle path and found this four noble truth, the full of suffering. And then the cause of suffering is desire. And how to cessation, how you can end the suffering. If you say, okay, life is going to be suffering, it will be depressing, right? You want positive, optimistic. Yes, you can end suffering. So how do you end suffering? He showed the way, eightfold path. So the Swami simply made it. It is not complicated. You don't need to know the Taittiriya Upanishad or Vedas. Say, think good. think no evil. See good, samyak drishti, see no evil. Samyak shravanam, hear good, hear no evil. Speak good, speak no evil. Samyak vak. And samyak karma, that means do good, do no evil. And live good, just and be good. So just this is the way the Eightfold Path, very practical. And that is what Lord Krishna said. Then he talked about also how we should behave in life. And same thing is talks about Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. So you are able to hear me, right? Yeah. So there he talks about the qualities of a devotee. And here he talks about the qualities of a spiritual seeker. You remember the first thing he says is Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukachami. So first quality is hatred towards none. Maitraha, you should have friendship. Karuna, you should have compassion. And you should have equanimity, not be affected by criticism, because we all get affected. So Lord Buddha introduced 4 terms. First is Maitri, Mitta, Matta. That means friendly, kindly, friendliness. That means, and then Karuna, that's compassion, and Mudita means happiness, and Upecha. Because in life we come across all 4 kinds of people, right? One who are equal to us, whether in intelligence, wealth, or achievement, they are similar to us. So with them, we should have friendliness. We have kindness, and give and take with the equals. Then there are some people who are less fortunate than us. They don't have enough food, they don't have enough the water or health, education. With that, we should have karuna, compassion. That's why Lord Buddha is heart of great compassion. Swami says you should have the heart of a Buddha and the head of Adi Shankara. So he had so much compassion. That is that is why Swami introduced these programs of service, because to introduce that aspect of karuna to supply the food, shelter, water, education to the people in need. And third thing happens, which is another difficult. People who are more fortunate than us, they are more wealthier than us, they have more money than us, they may be more intelligent than us, more powerful than us, and so they may have anything more everything, whether physical strength or intellectual or everything, they will have more. Then what happens? Most of the people, you get jealous. Instead of that, you should have mudita. You should be happy for them. You should enjoy their happiness as yours. So people who are more fortunate than you, whether they are wealthier or they are very more intellectual or more even spiritual, whatever it is, be happy for them. So don't be jealous. That is the greatest disease, Swami says. And then fourth one, upekha, they call that is upecha. There are people who don't like us for whatever, even people, they criticize us, they condemn us, they just spread scandals about us. There are many people who do that. It's not just for us. That is what Swami says. Somebody said, Swami, they are criticizing me. What about me? You talk about Lord Rama, they were critical of him. Lord Krishna, they said he was with Gopikas and he was thing. You talk about Lord Jesus, how they crucified him, saying that he is blasphemy claiming. And here, Swami, how much sorcery they went through, how much criticism Swami they used to write in the social media and the papers. So that is a natural. And even Lord Buddha, his own cousin Devadatta, he tried to kill him. He tried to just throw him out of the cliff of a mountain and the temple. So there are people always, the nature of the law is bad people don't like good people. That's the way it is. So you have to accept that. So there will be people, they don't like you. So instead of getting upset, oh, they are criticizing me, they are doing that, says you should upekha. That means completely ignore it. And that is why Lord Buddha, beautiful story, he says, somebody gives you sends you a letter, writes a letter, and then you accept it, then you read it. If you say, I return post, I don't accept that, then what happens? There is nothing it will affect. Similarly, whatever comes to you, that's why I tell people, say, oh, they write this on Facebook, or they write this. If you read it, you have problem. If you don't read it, you have no problem. Otherwise, you don't read. So it doesn't matter what people say. You know who you are. the people who read those things is people, they don't have self-confidence. Who am I? If you know who you are, you don't care what other people say. You should know who you are. That is important. So that is another important quality, upekha, that is the equanimity. So this is the thing which Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita as a qualities of a devotee. How this Maitra, Karuna, and then this Samatvam, and then Kshama, that is be able to not respond. Then final thing when you are practicing this is you should have surrender. That is why this is Triratna Sharanam, that is ultimate in Buddhism, taking refuge in the Lord. What do you take to? First, everybody knows that, right? You have probably chant today, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, take refuge in Lord Buddha. Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, I take refuge in Lord Buddha's teachings. And Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, I take refuge in the organization he has started. Similarly, it applies to us. We take refuge in Sai Sharanam, we take refuge in the Lord Sai. And Sangham, we take refuge in the organization he has started. And most importantly, we take refuge in the teachings he has given us. Same thing applies. But Swami gave another beautiful explanation. Only he can do that. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami means use the buddhi for in a dharma marga, dharmam sharanam, use it, buddhi, your intellect, to go on the righteous path. How? Sangham should do, serve the society. You see the same thing completely twisted. You use your intellect, we all have intellect, so that we walk on the righteous path, so that we serve the society. And ultimately, the Swami gave even the greatest three ratnas. Probably you are going to talk about it. Satyam Sharanam Gacchami, Ekam Sharanam Gacchami, Premam Sharanam Gacchami. That is the ultimate. It is universal for all faiths. That means I take refuge in truth, in oneness, Ekam. There is only one thing exists, Advaita Darshan Jnanam. And third is Prema, love. Because love is the ultimate power. Swami says there is no power greater than love in this whole universe. With love, you can conquer anything, anytime. It is more powerful than all the atomic power, nuclear power, any power. So that is the love is the source and the path and goal. That is why I wanted to integrate the Gita's teachings with Lord Buddha's message. So now I think you are going to have the Buddha.